Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X research and professional physicist. And today I'd like to bring to you another one of my articles. This one's entitled, New Jersey Nuclear Power Plant Shut Down. What is heading towards New York? Now, it was announced on January 31st, 2019 that a nuclear power plant in New Jersey had been shut down due to excessively cold weather, which had caused fragile ice to accumulate on the water intake screens and thus block the inflow of water into the power plant. Fragile ice is small pieces of ice, somewhat like slush, which sometimes blocks the flow of rivers through shallow sections during especially cold weather, and you can see some examples of that here. Now, it cannot block the flow of water in deep rivers because, of course, ice floats. The water intakes of power plants always have screens, which should prevent pieces of ice from entering, and part of the intake should be deep enough underwater so that any ice accumulations on the surface cannot block the inflow of water. In such conditions, if it is possible, the inflow piping would be lowered deeper into the water in order to prevent such a thing from happening as well. So it does not make any sense that ice could have blocked the water intake. Nuclear power plants in Canada, where temperatures regularly drop to the sort of temperatures recently seen on the east coast of the US, do not shut down because of such a thing as ice blocking their water intakes. The possibility is actually something that the engineers building water cooling systems would consider when designing and building a power station. Since maintaining a nuclear power plant operational is a major goal, and since cooling water is of primary importance, this would be something that would have been dealt with long before the possibility even arose that ice could block the water inlet. One of the solutions available to engineers for this problem and other problems such as fish or other debris, and may include ice, blocking the water intake, is the use of something called trash racks at the inlet entrance. These go deep into the water so that even if the surface is blocked by ice, water continues to flow inwards at the bottom. Thus, this excuse for shutting down this nuclear power station is illogical and most likely an excuse for some other event that would endanger the power station. And here you see some of these trash racks here ready for installation at the nuclear power station. And here they are being installed. You can see that the water inlets all go deep into quite a depth. So it's the possibility of ice blocking the inlets is quite a senseless excuse. Thus, this excuse for shutting down this nuclear power station has been purposely manufactured. The setting up of the scenario most likely started with the exceptionally cold weather itself, which was manufactured as well, as I detailed in Article 589 entitled Planet X and Weather Control, How Are They Creating the Severe Weather? Now, this is where that power station is. It's on the Delaware, and there's a wide bay here. And as you can see, it's not far from New York. That's just up there. There is another power station that's closer to New York, but this one was shut down on September 17, 2018. That's the Oyster Creek generating station. And so just a few months ago, it was shut down. Now, so there is another one. This one is north of New York. This one is called the Indian Point Nuclear Power Station, and this one is still operational. It's set to shut down one of its reactors in April 2020 and the other one a year later. So this one is still operational, and it's here north of New York, whilst the one that's been shut down is over here, and the other one is here somewhere. So these two, this one has been permanently shut down, this one now temporarily. So the Salem nuclear power station has only been temporarily shut down. So we would expect it to become operational once again once the weather warms up. But since the cold weather and ice blocking the inlet makes no sense, it is likely it was shut down for another reason. And since the greatest danger to a power station is something like what happened at Fukushima, where a tsunami caused loss of power and meltdowns in several reactors, that reason may be that such an incident is about to occur in the next few days or hours, which would affect this nuclear power station. And this is an illustration of a huge tidal surge engulfing a city. And I think this is actually New York, and this would be the likely aim of such an event. Now, the incident may be a tsunami caused by an earthquake, which, as I have shown in Article 590, Planet X, killing Earth's oceans, can also be manufactured through the control of the stellar cores coming to Earth, or it could be a tidal event, which the same objects can also create. The fact that the Indian Point power station was not shut down, this is the one north of New York, would seem to indicate that it will be a tidal event rather than a tsunami, as a tsunami would be associated to a large earthquake, which would then affect a much wider area, and thus that power station. Or it could be that the powers that be are not concerned with that particular power station experiencing a meltdown. So, in conclusion, the logical reasons presented for the shutting down of a nuclear power station in New Jersey suggest that either a tsunami or a tidal surge event may be heading towards New York, which will also affect the Delaware River on which this power station has been constructed, which suggests that the wave will come from the southeast. And these are the references. This is Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X physicist. Thank you for watching.